was going through mental and emotional distress from my abusive husband towards my son and myself. I knew it was time to get out. I did not know how and when, but when I went to do some shopping, I ran into two officers, Officer Harris and another young guy with him, and he was very friendly, so I told him about my abusive husband and my son, how he treats him.
When LaToya approached me at the store, she was hesitant to speak. I could see fear in her eyes. I gave her the FJC palm card. I knew CASA would be the help she needed.
And he told me that you need to get that man away and keep him away. And that was on a Saturday. The following Wednesday, I finally became CASA. I spoke to Janelle, was the first woman who I spoke to.
When a survivor comes to the Family Justice Center, the first thing that they do is meet with an advocate, and the goal is to make sure that they are safe. We help them navigate this complex system. We are their safety net. We are their assurance that everything is going to be okay in crisis. When I met LaToya, she seemed very fearful. For years, he controlled her by abusing her son and threatening further abuse if she did not comply.
It was 3 years ago when, towards me, he slapped me on my leg. I slapped him back, but I ran out of the apartment screaming, but I was too afraid to call the police. A few months following, he's hit me across my head like this, but I was too afraid to hit him back. I was too afraid to call the police. One day I tried to stop him from spanking Kaden, from beating Kaden. He quickly jumped on top of me, called me a fucking whore, and he jumped and he choked my neck. I was laying on top of Kaden barely, but he choked my neck. I prayed in my head and I couldn't breathe. He said, "I'll fucking kill you." I couldn't breathe, and I was still too afraid to call the police. I didn't know what to do.
LaToya experienced high lethality indicators such as strangulation, assault with deadly weapon, sexual assault, and in most cases, this generally leads to death. Working as a team, the Family Justice Center staff and the on-site partners were able to change her life and the life of her son, Kaden.
My first interaction with LaToya was after her husband had been arrested for child abuse. He had bitten their underage son, and she was looking to get an injunction, better known as a restraining order, against her husband on her behalf and her son's behalf, as she had also been the victim of abuse in their relationship. So I attended the final hearing with her, and so did her advocate, and we got a final injunction for her, so she was very happy with that outcome. But we did secure child support for her, even though a divorce had not been finalized.
It was a massive, massive relief. Like, I felt free that I don't have to see that man harassing me, and I felt like my life was in danger. So I felt like a huge freedom from all, like, I felt like I live in a graveyard, but I feel like I finally came out of it, and the injunction was my lifesaver as well.
It was scary, but with every advocate on her side, every partner on her side, she now knows that it's okay to move forward.
Once I was finally safe, I knew I was coming out. When I started to go into therapy, it was very, very relieving. Someone who can hear me, understand what I'm going through, understand where I'm coming from. I learned about, as a mother, how much I love my son, and I taught him that what his father did wasn't right. That was wrong, that's not love. I was scared to death to try to stop him from hurting my son, but I was afraid he would hurt me. That was not okay. That wasn't okay for you to, I'm a mother and I protect my son. And just like it was 3 or 4 years ago, and I realized that I needed to come out of my marriage, but I just didn't know when and how. But CASA made it happen a lot quicker.
After obtaining her injunction, I was able to go ahead and refer her to other resources at the Family Justice Center, one of which being Gulf Coast Legal Services that did help her file her divorce.
And this was becoming real.
Having all of our partners in one location makes a big difference in the work that we do daily, because we can go directly to them, we can get the answers that we need.
I can honestly tell you that since the Family Justice Center has come together, having those resources in the same building and having direct access to those resources has sped up the process significantly, and it has also made it very easy to work with everyone.
The partnership with Family Justice Center has only improved Gulf Coast Legal Services' ability to connect with clients, provide compassionate and trauma-informed services. We are proud to be a part of that collaboration, allowing us to assist domestic violence victims during their time of need.
The State Attorney's Office is seeing this impact and knows that our partnership with the Family Justice Center is enhancing the lives of survivors and will lead to many more successful prosecutions.
I am proud to be working at the Family Justice Center, to know where we were to where we are now with our partners on site, and knowing that survivors can get the help that they need the same day. I am very proud.
I'm looking forward to getting divorced and living the life I really want to live with my son. He's still performing very well in school. He's still very active. He's close to his mother and just feeling happy, just moving forward one day at a time.
She showed strength by opening up and telling her story. Now, with the help of advocates and CASA staff and partners, she is free from her abuse. Free to make her own choices, free to live how she would like to live. She's a survivor. She was a victim, and now she's a survivor.
Together, we will break the cycle of abuse and end domestic violence in our community.
And yes, we are changing lives through justice.
Thank you for your help. Thank you for your donations. Without you, none of this would be possible. You brought Florida's only Family Justice Center to our community. You change the lives of survivors every day.